thinking about moving to San Diego? Today we're going to get into one of the zip codes of Carlsbad, 92011, which is the southwest portion of Carlsbad. We're going to look at neighborhoods, we're going to look at things to do, we're going to look at places to go. Let's check it out right now.
Howdy, howdy, I'm Chris Erickson.
And I'm Cassidy Lewis.
And this is where you come for all things North County, San Diego. We're hitting neighborhoods, things to do, everything in between. We got these vlog style videos like we're doing today. We're checking out Carlsbad. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We're dropping new videos every single week. If you guys are thinking about moving to North County, San Diego, be sure to hit us up, call, text, email, whatever's easiest for you. We love helping people relocate and make that move, make it super simple. So today we are starting our journey at Bataquitos Lagoon, one of the southernmost portions of Carlsbad. Right on the other side here, we have Encinitas, Leucadia, part of Encinitas. So you can kind of see it in the background over there. But we're cruising around. There's some trails right around here at Bataquitos Lagoon. It's a beautiful little spot to take a little nature hike, get out and about, enjoy some of the wonderful weather we do have here in San Diego.
So one of the first neighborhoods we're going to check out today is Aviara, which is one of the biggest communities in 92011. And this is one of the coolest parts about the community is it's all along this Bataquitos Lagoon. So there's a whole bunch of trails within the community that bring you to this spot.
Okay.
As you can see today, it's absolutely beautiful. It's January 7th, 2021, and we are out here sweating on the trails. So pretty legit. So we are in Aviara, which is one of the biggest developments here in 92011. It was a master plan community, started in the early 90s. It's made up of mostly single family houses, kind of mostly above $1 million. There's also some really high-end homes with killer views of the ocean and the lagoon, especially on a street called Aviara Drive, where it's the highest end homes in the neighborhood. There's a bunch of different gated communities if that's something that you're interested in. The only thing that there's kind of a shortage of within the community itself is condos and townhome style living.
And when you think of this section, 92011 of Carlsbad, this is the main jam. Aviara is kind of the heart of it, surrounded by the golf course. You have all these communities right around the golf course, and they all kind of have like a similar style. So there's nothing too custom right in this area. They all have a similar look, a similar feel, no matter really what neighborhood you get into.
Definitely has that resort style to it. Right in the middle of the community, there is the Park Hyatt Aviara, which is a big resort. There's a great new restaurant that's coming up in the hotel itself, which is a restaurant by Richard Blaze, who also has another spot in Encinitas called Crack Shack. And the resort also has a world famous golf course as well.
And along with Bataquitos Lagoon, there's a few other little trail systems going through here that do crisscross, go around the golf course. There's one up on the hill behind here with some killer views and stuff too, but really easy access, and once again, nice little way to get out. All right, so we're cruising through one of the shopping centers that serves kind of the Aviara community. It's kind of one of the only ones. It actually borders one of the other zip codes right here of Carlsbad. But this is like the patio of Black Rail Kitchen and Bar. Really cool spot. We're in the outdoor patio area. And sometimes during the weekends and stuff, they have live music out here. The bar's right inside, some really good food, some local people running it. They also have Tin Leaf, their sister station.
And they also have a great breakfast spot called Beach Plum just up the hill in the same center.
And also up here, there's a few other little places to eat. There's a Sinopolis on the other side. So if you want like nice little date night, go have some beer, go watch a fun movie. They have food in there and stuff too. So like a luxury theater, but you know, grocery stores, a few other places to eat.
And one of our favorite spots in this center is Notorious Burger. Great beer list, great food, just a really good spot.
All right, so jacket's back on. It's been hot. It cooled down a little bit. That's kind of standard here for Carlsbad. And honestly, the little cloud cover came in and it's probably about, I don't know, 10 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
So I don't know, my San Diego blood just made me a little chilly. So, but right now we are cruising through one of the main parks here in 92011, Poinsettia Park. And it's pretty awesome. A lot of activities going on. There's a really cool playground that they just recently redid right behind us here.
This park is awesome. There's also a ton of softball fields, baseball fields. You've got tennis courts over that way. And then also part of their big remodel over the last couple years, recently put in pickleball courts too, which is definitely like one of the up and coming hot new sports here in Southern California.
And this park right here, it kind of feeds the neighborhood, which is kind of generally called Poinsettia Park, which is weird. But yeah, there's a lot of different styles of houses. So let's go check out what's in the neighborhood right now.
So we're in one of the communities surrounding the Poinsettia Community Park. Part of the reason this community is so great is it's super close to the park, walking distance to the school, the elementary school that's right around here, and then probably one of the closest communities to the beach in this area too. It's literally a 3-minute drive for most of these neighborhoods down to the water.
And price points right where we are, just because location, right by the beach. You're not too far from the park. You have all the amenities right here. It is going to be over $1 million, but there's a few other options that we're going to go check out.
We are in the Las Playas community in the Poinsettia Park area. So this is just a quick little drive to the park and a super quick little drive to the ocean. And this is a community of townhome style places. They all have detached garages. This is definitely an opportunity, a good starter neighborhood over here in the Poinsettia Park area. One of the other cool parts of this park is there's pathways that kind of go around the whole area. So it's great for learning how to bike and rollerblade and skate.
Did you say rollerblade?
Yeah, rollerblade. People still do that?
I think so.
Learn how to skateboard.
So right now we're in the high end of, kind of right on the edge of that Poinsettia Park area, and Aviara is just right over the hill here. And some of them, you can see kind of how it's elevated here. You got these ocean views, which are killer. I don't know if you can see it right back there. And the name of this community is the Bay Collection.
So these are definitely going to be on the bigger side, also kind of 3,000 square foot plus, $1.5 million, over $2 million homes.
So if you are hanging out or living in 92011, you got to come check out Tip Top Meats.
It's a market and a restaurant, so you can eat here, you can just grab sandwiches to go. They have a ton of different sausage options. My father-in-law, this is one of his favorite places in San Diego. So a lot of times we'll just come and barbecue up a whole bunch of different types of sausages. They have great meat, really good food, so definitely a spot to check out.
All right, so we are in a really good location here in 92011. It is like really close to the ocean. It is also really close to the freeway. So some of the houses a little bit closer to the freeway, you're definitely gonna get some of that freeway noise. But it is kind of that starter condo option here in this part of Carlsbad.
And then there's three main communities. There's Carlsbad Crest, Altamira, which there's a few different phases of, and Harbor Point. And these are definitely condo styles, definitely great starter homes in 92011.
Now we're in one of the shopping centers that feeds like San Pacifico and some of those condo complexes that we had right on the south side of Carlsbad here. Just your standard stuff. Grocery stores, Starbucks, you can see right behind us, Mike's, but they do have a few local spots that are really killer.
You've got Pelly's, which is a great fish market and restaurant. You've got killer clam chowder. This is where we come to get fresh fish. The same owner owns Primo's, which is an Italian place, pizza place. Really good food there too. So those are kind of the main local spots here in this center.
All right, so we're cruising through another neighborhood. This is on the very southern portion of 92011, very close to the beach. It's called San Pacifico. There's a bunch of little different neighborhoods right in this community here. Some are gated. You can see some of us behind us that have these killer views overlooking the lagoon. There's Ponto Beach right there. That's right by the ocean, obviously. And so some of the, like all these surrounding that kind of the outside have these killer views. We're walking down one of the trails. There's a little trail system going through here.
We made it to the beach. 92011. There's not very many places you can be in the zip code and not be able to get to the beach in 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops if there's a ton of traffic. And there's some great beaches to get to. There's Ponto. Right behind us here are the campgrounds, and there's a couple of beach access within that.
Yeah, and it does obviously get pretty packed here during the summer. This little section that we're in right now, it doesn't have a ton of parking. There's a little bit of street parking right here, and at the very far south end, there's a little hidden parking lot. So if you are local here, get the season pass. It's like 195 bucks, and you can park there year round. Might get a little packed on holidays and stuff. But other than that, also right here in this part of Carlsbad, you could shoot to all that Leucadia has to offer, which is like in Encinitas, but a lot of local spots, a lot of local restaurants, and just a real cool stretch down Coast Highway 101. You just keep heading south, and there's all kinds of bars, beer places. There's actually a winery there, the sushi spot, anything you want right there. So,
and then northbound from 92011 along the coast here, to get to the village takes about 15-20 minutes from where we're at now, which has a lot of those same things that Leucadia has to offer. A bunch of local restaurants, a bunch of spots to grab a beer. So definitely you're kind of in the middle. Even though 92011 doesn't have a ton of options for restaurants and shopping and everything, you're kind of right in the middle of a lot of neighborhoods that do. We are walking through the Carlsbad campground right here at the south side of Carlsbad, just north of Ponto Beach. You'll hear us talking about this a lot, but this is a big stretch of this coast, is this campground. You do need to sign up 6 months in advance to get these campsites that do go quick, especially if you have specific sites like our family does. We're picky, we want to be on this side right on the ocean. You can see it's just killer views. A really great spot to wake up.
A lot of people too, even locals, come here for staycations. So you have your motorhome, your RV, your pop-up tent, your normal tent, whatever you got. Cruise down here, like he said, 6 months in advance, just be sure. But we've had Thanksgivings down here. All right, as we've said before, 92011, the north end is just another section of Carlsbad, and it's got a few more like amenities, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. Just like right near the freeway, there's Windmill Farms, which is like a food hall, and they have about 10, 12 different restaurants in there. So it's really cool to check out. The flower fields are real pretty during certain times of the year. Carl Strauss, one of the OG breweries here in North County, San Diego. Well, San Diego, they have a restaurant right at the top of the hill. Legoland's right here. The Crossings golf course is right here. So that's all within, you know, a few minutes of all of 92011. All right, so we're finishing off in the business district of 92011. There is a lot of business in Carlsbad. It's a very business-friendly city. There's a lot of these commercial parks with a ton of local businesses. A lot of the big businesses too. Some local stuff. There's like Firewire surfboards, Bitchin' sauce, which is a killer like almond-based sauce. If you see it at stores, make sure to grab some.
There's also a really great chocolate place, Chow, over here too. Our buddy over at Silkscreen Shirts Inc. also right here in this area. Local artist Santos is right here in this business park as well. And then where we're at now is at one of our favorite businesses in North County. And if you listen to our podcast, we probably mention them, I don't know, every week.
I would say they make an appearance for sure.
Yeah. So our podcast is North County Now. So if you don't already listen to that, check that out on anywhere you listen to podcasts. But this is Virgin Brewery right behind us. This is one of our favorite spots. And we're gonna go get some beer now.
All right, so that is 92011. Aviara being the main neighborhood up there, but a lot of cool surrounding neighborhoods. Obviously beach style, you're right there. Not too far from the beach at any spot in that. Plus you can shoot up to the other parts of Carlsbad. You can shoot inland Carlsbad. You can shoot down to Encinitas. It's a really good jumping off spot to kind of get anywhere here in North County. A lot of those good starter home options, condos, especially location wise, you can't really beat it. A lot of high-end stuff too with killer views overlooking the ocean, overlooking, you know, going east as well. Handful of parks, handful of trails. If you want some really expensive golf, you can actually go golf at Aviara. And then obviously one of our favorite spots where we just ended up, Version, nice little local beer spot. We got our beers down there, so gonna go home and enjoy a few of those.
We also have these vlog style videos for a couple of the other zip codes in Carlsbad, so definitely check those out right there up above. If you're thinking about a move to San Diego, definitely hit us up, call us, text us, email. We love helping people move to the area. Definitely hit us up and let's get started chatting. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're dropping new videos every single week on all things North County. I'm Cassidy Lewis.
I'm Chris Erickson.
And we are both local realtors here in North County, San Diego. We look forward to helping you out.